Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, August 13th, 2025, and back again for another entry in my daily vlog. And we come in here each morning, stand in front of this camera. Basically, the first thing after I wake up and talk to you about what I've been doing and how it's going, trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So, decent day yesterday, so let's rewind to yesterday and talk about what's been happening. So, yesterday morning was the pod edit on Twitch, which, by the way, I get a report from Twitch, like after pretty much like while I'm at lunch, right? The live Twitch stream ends, I shut it down, I get dressed, I go to get lunch, and then usually there I'll get an email that says your report on how the stream did. And so that's usually how I know like how many people came through, because I'm not watching that number. But at one point there were 24 people enjoying me editing a podcast, which is kind of crazy. And over the course of the couple of hours, 90-something people came through, at least popped in and said hello, which is, I'm just editing, which it's so cool. It's so cool to have people just want to stop in and visit and say hey when I'm not tap dancing and you know trying to do something funny or stunts or whatever. You know, it's just hanging out and editing, and it's really cool to have somebody. So thank you if you're one of those 90 some odd people who came through, and doubly thanks if you popped in and renewed that Amazon Prime sub. Thank you for that. We had a really good time and a good edit. The show is all ready. I have a little bit of finishing to do to get it published yet. I haven't quite done that, but I'll get to it. I was waiting on Mo to do the show notes, and then I'll get that rolled up. So in the midst of the day yesterday, you know, I said from a couple days ago, there's a video I wanted to get done and get out the door, and I just wasn't able to get it done on Monday? Yeah, Monday. So I wanted to do it in between the live streams on Tuesday. So I did. As a handheld 2005 Frogger game that was sent in by Vern, one of our viewers and the Patreon supporters, a longtime listener on the show too, and got that done, got it finished and published. It was late, like 4:30, something like that. It came out. It's only been out about 16 hours or so, but it's already done 1,700 views. You can see that's kind of the top edge of the normal, not the crazy spike stuff, but normal. So yeah. Old vintage handheld electronics continue to be a pretty decent performer, so happy to get that out. I recorded a little bit with George yesterday afternoon before my live that I'll use in today's edit, which we'll talk about in a second. Then I went live with the new Shinobi Art of Vengeance demo, which was an hour-long demo. It's very deep and involved, like you get a big chunk of the beginning of the game to play. But we did that live last night and had a fine time. Lots of people hanging out with us and watching that. And I think at the end of it too, because I knew it was a demo and it might end, I prepared to play a little a Jackbox game, which I did, so people in the stream could participate at the end of that. So kind of like a cherry on top of the live stream. So it looked to be well received. People seem to enjoy it. So I won't do it every time necessarily, but adding that at the end I think was kind of interesting and fleshed out the rest of the time together, since the demo was over and you couldn't play anymore. Okay, so let's talk about stats, which are at or above teensy bit yesterday. Bring up my little chart here. You know I'd like to be at or above this midpoint, which represents 13,000 views and 150 subscribers. And in the upper left, you can see that little chart that represents the last 28 days. We've just kind of been up and down around 15,000, but too far below to hurt the averages, which result in, up from yesterday, 12.1 thousand views, just a little shy of my target, 164 subscribers. I think that's about the same as yesterday. As for a total yesterday, we were at 117 and change, and this morning we're almost at 117.2, like 117, 180 or 190 last time I looked, so pretty close to a 117.2. Let's talk about today then. It'll be pretty easy. So well, today, of course, is Wednesday, so George's Bit by Bit will be released at 11, so I have that already. I see it scheduled already. It's ready to go. What I recorded with George yesterday was a little bit of a kind of like a backbone for the video I'm going to create out of the footage he got at Long Island Retro, both the show, more specifically the game Light Gun that he went up there to engage with and visit. They'd invited him up to go up and see that, so I'm going to produce that video today for release either late today or tomorrow, but I needed like the story that all the footage hung on, so we recorded that together, and I'll get that editing today. Is what I'm going to do, is produce that video and get it ready. That's kind of my primary focus. When I'm done with that, or in between when I'm working on that, I have a few little tasks. We're recording a new podcasts Friday, so I have a little bit of writing to do, a little preparation. Friday Plays is chosen, but I have a little bit of Some more work to do. I haven't started the writing yet, so I get that ready for tomorrow morning so I can hit the ground running. And then finally, I want to determine how I'm going to spend my Friday. So Friday, all the day until a podcast recording is typically I work on producing the video to release Saturday. So I'm thinking about maybe using Friday to instead go ahead and get a head start on the 82 tier. Since the 81 did so well and it was kind of a gap between them, 82 is probably going to be multi-part. Maybe I'll spend that time Friday, unless something else pops up. Plenty of other things could pop up, or maybe I'll do that in addition to something else. But just kind of thinking about planning for the next couple of days, what I plan to do on Friday, because that's typically an all production day. So, see. Yeah, so as you can see, my days consist of what audio and video we'll be editing and putting out today. And that's the most simplistic version of what I do if anybody asks. Choosing what video and audio to upload to the internet. That's just my job. Okay, yeah, so I'd say today is a status quo day, nice editing day, and see what I can get accomplished. I'm going to thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog if you did. If you're one of those amazing pleeps that are here all the time, every day, day in and day out, I love you for being here. Thank you so much for being part of my support system and just making me want to get up in the morning, get busy. Hope you have a fantastic Wednesday hump day. Don't forget to do something good for yourself. That's important. I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.